Hello, everyone. Welcome to my living room today. I feel like I need to have like some music on and a background for this video, but hey, that's not what we have today. So anybody want to bring some music? Hey, I see somebody's here. Say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm going to switch over to my notes because, I'm ADHD. I like to stay on task. And it's just not always possible. So if I have some notes, I generally can stay on task a little bit. But my big question today, what is your business vibe? What kind of vibe? What do you give off? Is it friendly? Is it uptight? Strict? Cool? So small businesses have their own vibes, and it typically plays a huge part in defining your brand. In fact, I would argue it's often more important than any product or service you're selling. Your customers experience it in the moment. They walk in your front door, they stop by your website, they're looking for your classes, they're watching your content, right? So what is your vibe? It shapes the way they perceive you, your product, your services, your classes, right? It defines their shopping experience, whether they are shopping for a physical product or your service or your classes, like I mentioned before. All right, so thinking about, hey, Candy, thanks for coming. All right, back to my notes. Let's see. Feel free to put comments in the comment section because I really want to know what kind of vibe do you give off? Is it the vibe you're trying to give off? Or, well, let's get into the question. So thinking about small businesses, your brand and your brand's personality, visualize yourself talking to a customer. What would you say to that customer? How would you say it? How would your store look? Your website look? All right, so here are a few ideas for you. Let's see. Greeting your customers. Are you the type of person that's like, hey, how are you? Which, hey, I'm from Boston. You might get that from me. How do you speak to them? Are you casual? Are you professional? Are you friendly? Are you overly friendly? I'm probably a little overly friendly, but I teach kindergarten. So my vibe for my classes are probably a little over friendly, geared more towards kids. But what about you and your business? So, hey, Karen from New York. Awesome. Home-based tailoring and alterations. Cool. I have to be nice and outgoing. I love it. I think I'm pretty nice and outgoing as well, but that's kind of my niche, right? For teaching. Awesome. So yeah, you need to have some pretty good people skills, I would think, besides tailoring and doing alterations. So we talked about greeting your customers. What does your decor look like? So Karen, do you have a storefront? Do people bring it to your house? Do you have a website? Do you have decor, or is your website decorated? So think about that. Is it fun? Is it modern? Is it traditional? If you were to see my classroom vibe, it has changed over the years. When I taught kindergarten, it was Eric Carle and Dr. Seuss. When I taught ESL online, it was for young children. So I had a background, which was like, at one time I had all animals, I had dinosaurs. And then I started teaching adults. So I had a whole travel background with, the 7 wonders and things like that. So your decor can change depending on your customers and or your vibe, right? Your lighting, do you have natural light? Is it bright? Is it more subdued? When I was reading this, I was thinking my lighting for right now, you just have to ignore it because it's just natural light from my window. Upstairs, I have a studio and a light box, but not here in the living room. Not when I come and chat with all of you guys, because I just like to sit here and chat, kind of feeling like I'm hanging out, Karen says, work from my house. Oh, good, you work from home. 2-family house. Oh, that brings me back to my days when I lived in Boston. We did too. Good. All right, so let's get back to the questions. So how's your greetings, your decor, your lighting, and up next is your But this says product photography. I don't have to do any product photography. You might want to. Emails. How are your emails designed? When I first hired someone to help me create content, scripts, and emails, I told her that I wanted it in my voice, my vibe, right? So that means exclamation points, which I know is hard for some people. My husband's like, why do you always have so many exclamation points? That's my vibe. That's my fun, my excitement. But are your emails more conversational, or are they personalized? What is your brand? If you look at my most recent YouTube videos or my videos on here and my thumbnails, I have my new branded colors, which have been my colors, I don't know, for a couple months now. And it is bright. It is fun. Oftentimes you'll see me with my hair with all different colors and makeup. My nails used to be all crazy colors until COVID, but my husband gave me a gift card and I'm going to get them done again. I am bringing my vibe back because I miss the fun, colorful me as of late. So I brought back my brand colors. I am bringing back my hair and my nail colors. You just wait. All right. The great businesses, like the ones that people remember or talk about for years, right? Or consistently go back to, are the ones that stand out from all other companies. They usually have options for consumers, right? And that usually doesn't happen by accident. When you think about a business or an experience you had, what excited you about this business? What made you want to go back to that business? Was it you walked in and there was this fun, exciting vibe? Or was it a relaxing place that meshes well with you? Oftentimes when you go into these small businesses, they have the owner's vibe. And I love that because I feel like I can get to know that person. So when you walk into, say, a little restaurant and it's quiet, the lights are dimmed, are you expecting the owner to come out being loud and obnoxious? Probably not. But if you go into a restaurant that's like, hey, hey, family fun, and it's louder, generally you expect the owners to be kind of like that as well, at least in my experience. I'd like to know your thoughts on that one. So I'm going to ask you again, what is your vibe? Is it the vibe that you want to show to your customers? Oftentimes in my classroom, I'm actually pretty strict, and most people don't expect that from me. Because with my students, I'm very boisterous. I'm very huggy. If they like to hug, they can hug me anytime. But in the classroom, they learn when it's time to play, when it's time to work, and things like that, even in kindergarten. So just because my vibe is kind of loud and exciting doesn't mean that everything I run has to be that way. But having said that, when I give off that vibe, that is what people are expecting. So just wanted to know what your vibe was or is, and if you have any tips and tricks for any of us. So that is it. I just wanted to come and chat about vibes today. So, all right, everyone, it was fun coming and hanging out with you. Thanks to those of you that said hello in the chat box. I appreciate it. And Karen, good luck with your business. I think it's awesome. Tailoring alterations is something I've always paid for because it's not something I can do myself. So kudos to you. I wish you were around during my military time when I was constantly needing things altered and fixed. So, all right, everyone. Thanks again so much for coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.